Good morning. Before we get into this morning's update, we have to go over a quick overview of what's going on across the crypto market, and this is a very urgent warning here. Bitcoin right now is sitting at 27,600. We must stay over 27,500. Otherwise, we fall below the daily support, and that's going to allow us to come down to about the 25,194 level. I'll show you that on the Bitcoin charts. Also, we need to take a look at XRP as it's sitting at the 0.4664 level. That is well below the 0.472 level that we needed to get back over. And I'll show you the exact importance of that level as well. Because if we don't break back over in a quick and swift fashion, we're going to end up trending down to that 0.432 level. And that's where the pattern breakout happened on a very long-term descending triangle. So if we fall back into that range, it's very detrimental. Also, we're going to take a look at Quant today as well. So we're going to look at XRP, Bitcoin, and Quant. So make sure you hit that like button as it greatly helps push me through the analytics. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet and you're watching my content, we're over 16,100 subscribers, and I would greatly appreciate if you pay it forward by hitting that subscribe button. If you're watching from the sidelines, over there, or over here, consider the time I put in. It's Sunday morning. Haven't missed a day since March of 2021. So be grateful and be professional. You're allowed to criticize. If you don't like what I'm doing, express yourself. Hit that dislike button in the comments. Tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. That's perfectly acceptable. But express yourself. Don't just go in the comments and put something stupid in there. We're all here to grow together. We're all here to try to get on top of crypto, the most manipulated market, to me personally, in finance right now. So pay attention. Don't get caught up by what some streamer says. And actually understand what's going on in the volatility. Right now we've completed big death crosses, and we just had these short-term bounces with a thinly traded weekend. Nothing more, nothing less, and I'm going to show you what has to hold in order to continue pushing up. But if we lose this key area of support, we're done, and we're toast. So make sure you hit that like button. I'll catch you on the other side of the intro. And hit the dislike button if you really don't like me. Good morning, 9:19 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Sunday, April 23rd, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So getting right into it this morning. Bitcoin's at 27,603, or about 635 if we're not looking at USDT. And it's very critical right now. We are on the top side. It looks like possibly a small bull flag could be formed here. But we need to stay over this 27,000. It's about 27,445 right now as we come across. So a little bit lower than the 27,500. But this is the channel that we formed, that we had a breakout that pulled us all the way up to about the 31K level. But then quickly reversed back down. And we actually fell right back into the channel. We didn't even respect the channel. So we fell back in below. And now we're trying to use the channel, the lower channel, as support. So if we lose 27,470 approximately, it's a little bit lower than that. 27,440. That's when we start breaking down, and then the next technical target's 25,194. Right now, though, we have to be aware that we are having a cross here in the 20-day cross in the 50, which is a bullish cross. And we're trying to decide right now whether this is going to continue or we're going to just fall straight down. But that's your range right now for Bitcoin. There's nothing more, nothing less to talk about with Bitcoin. XRP, 4672. Again, XRP looks almost identical to Bitcoin. 432 is that bottom end where we have the X marks the spot, in my opinion, if we break down from here. 475, I think I said 472 in the intro. That is the critical level, but 475 over the top is where we have to actually break over to try to push that 482. But the way it's lined up this morning, man, that 46, we're actually going to have to honor this 468. That's right where the 20-day is coming through right now. So just pay attention to that. But 475 is where I would like for us to break over and ultimately push this support. If we can break over that, that might give us the ability to push back into here. I don't really like keeping the 482 up there because you really have the 475, 494, and that 50 cent right there. So that's what I'm looking at. If we do break down and we get rejected here in the 20-day, we know our next target's 432 if we break to the downside. So again, simplistic this morning. There's no reason to tickle your jollies and get them you all in a fancy or all in a frenzy. Right now, the bottom line is we've had bullish crosses, but we need to see if on a thinly traded weekend this is a fake out in the 30-minute and the longer time frames are going to take hold. Because if you take hold of XRP in the 4-hour time frame, we're actually on the bottom side of the 20-day, and we've had a death cross in the 4-hour, and this would be a confirmation rejection at the 475 level. That's the importance of this. And right now we're under the 4-hour 20-day at 471. So this is very bearish right now. I know in the 30-minute it looks like it's trying to put some bullish momentum, but right now where we're at, this is signaling a very bearish finish to this pattern, assuming that we can't get some kind of positivity out of this. This looks very bearish. Even the volume on the way up is crashing. So you had price rise, volume decreasing. So to me, this looks like it could get ugly, and it looks like the bears could liquidate some of these longs. But at the same time, the shorts right now, we're starting to get a little bit of a liquidity flush here during the weekend as we were at 44 cents, and now we're up to 47 cents. We came up to 475. Now we're at only 466, but what I'm saying is we came all the way up, and that's a nice liquidity pull to rid some of the shorts just in a small time of volatility over the weekend with the thinly traded market. And this is how things happen. This is the truth. I'm so sick of staying tired. This is the truth of the reality of what's going on. A lot of people I see over the weekend now are all of a sudden talking about how crypto is bullish again. Based on what? That's that bullish bias bullshit that we have from the manipulators and the ones who preach the nonsense. Every single one of these people that are telling you we're bullish right now are also pushing their courses, are also pushing their products, are also pushing their paid all this bullshit. I simply come in here and I tell you the truth. The truth is we're on the bottom side in the 4-hour time frame. I don't give two shits what they're showing you on the 30-minute or the very short term. The 4-hour time frame is going to play true. We've had a death cross. That's not good. Our technical target's down at 432 still, and it's actually lower than that. Our technical target's somewhere around 37.5 cents now that we failed the inverted head and shoulders. That's the bottom line. So in a fashion of, hey, we have volatility here and it's thinly traded, yeah, sure, we can keep going up a tiny bit. But once this market comes back on, even if we get a pull up, hopefully we get back above 494 so that we can invalidate this move down, and then we created our own inverted head and shoulder once again, a little bit lower. Because if we're being real with ourselves, that could be what's happening here, and it's just a fake out down. And if you start looking at it, you could be like, oh, boom, boom, created, and then if it comes up, oh yeah, we had an inverted head and shoulders. So that's the market manipulation we're talking about. So let's see if that plays out like that, or if we can continue to break down in the 4-hour time frame on that death cross, because this is where you start to find out if this is something or nothing here in the 30-minute time frame. Don't overanalyze it. And then we're going to end it on something I haven't covered in quite some time, but Quant. Quant's at 113.23. And if you're in the comments, never demand something from me. If you get in the comments and demand something, I'm going to go tell you to go fuck yourself. So show the consideration for the time I'm putting in, and also be respectful in the comments. Unless you honestly think I'm doing a bad job, let me know. But don't put some bullshit down there, because I will. Comment. I'm one of the rare people that actually comments and deletes the spam on his videos that has the audience size I do. So that should be a surprising and a thing that most of you should respect, the fact that I actually talk to my audience. So much like we talked about Bitcoin and XRP, if you look at Quant's actually made a nice little pull up here. It fell below the 20-day though here recently in about the last hour and a half. So now it's in 30-minute. You look to see if you can hold the 112.23 with Quant. That's where the 200-day is underneath. We've had a nice pullback over, but if you look at the 4-hour time frame, or the bigger time frames, even with Quant, it is not an exception. The only thing with Quant, though, is as you can see, we've pulled up. And we have a different style looking on this pattern. This pattern does not have a death cross. This pattern finished its cross long ago and started to drop much before XRP. So for Quant, if you're looking, if we can hold the 111.87 on the 20-day right here, continue to pull up, we could have a run here pushing up to about 120. But if we get overall bearishness in the market in the daily time frame with Quant, you can see this is not a completed move yet. And we very well could be coming up for a rejection, and it could push lower, but it does have the starting possibly of a double bottom. But if we lose this, we go down to 100.60, And then if we look at our other quant chart, just to try to give us a little bit more clarity, we fell outside of this pattern formation. If you just finish this out, I like to finish them at the end. But we fell outside, and now we're looking for a back test around that 119 spot 94 to confirm the bearishness. And if that happens, then you come down to this 99.31. If we can break back out of here, that's where you get a little interest in quant, and then you might be able to push back up. But right now, crypto's looking a bit bearish, so make sure you navigate through your risk appropriately. If you got anything out of this update, make sure you hit that like button, as it does greatly push me through the analytics. And don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button if you're watching my content. Over 16,100 subscribers, and I would greatly appreciate if you pay it forward and at least hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn that bell notification to all so that you get my future content. If you want to trade crypto, and you're even in the USA, if you're having a problem, in the video description below and or pinned comments, I have 2 great options where you can futures trade up to 250x, longing or shorting the market, and there's no spot fees on the buy and sell. That's MEXC and or BITGET, and they're both in the video description below and or pinned comments. And if you want to send a donation, which I can't even tell you the last time I got a donation, if you want to send XRP, if you want to send via Cash App, or if you want to join Tom's Army and pay it forward for the time I put in and not missing 2 years, that's all in the video description below and or pinned comments. Hashtag be better, do better. Hashtag fight assassins. And remember, help one person each and every day. Because if I don't do my part and you don't do your part, what the hell is the point? And the number one thing when you're doing trading, when you're trying to take advantage of your finances, stop blaming somebody else. Nothing worse than blaming somebody else and not taking responsibility of your financial future. You will be left behind if you simply blame everybody else.